It's been 6 months since I've had any alcohol.
No beer, no whiskey, no wine, and no champagne. It hasn't been that difficult up to this point, but the holidays kind of add a whole new layer to it all. The company holiday party was a little bit boring, and I couldn't help but sit there thinking, would I be having more fun if I was drinking?
But I drove myself, I got home early, and I felt great the next day.
When I lived alone before, my Thanksgiving tradition was to go to Popeyes, get a bottle of Hennessy, sit on my couch watching basketball and playing video games until my eyes fell out of my head.
Of course, that wasn't going to be the case this year, but it wasn't a big deal. I haven't really missed being drunk or any feeling I would have while I was drinking. But Christmas Day made me realize something I haven't really accounted for.
Back then, everything would be closed for the most part, but at 4 or 5, my old favorite bar would open up, and then I'd magically have something to do and plenty of friends to hang out with. But this Christmas was kind of lonely.
I decided to get in the car and drive around town to see if anything was open at all, but it was a ghost town as expected, except for a couple of bars. Now, I don't really have a problem hanging out at bars with my friends, and not drinking while I'm there has been pretty easy.
But it just didn't really make sense to do it alone.
I haven't even really had any non-alcoholic beers or drinks since I have to pay attention to my sugar intake as well as the alcohol stuff.
It just felt weird to go to a mostly empty bar on a major holiday, eat nothing, and drinking water while I sit there alone drawing. Even if that doesn't seem weird to you, it didn't sound fun to me.
I used to love going to bars alone, ordering a drink, whipping out my sketchbook or iPad, and drawing things based on what was around me.
I'd draw my drink, the bar's decor, signs and lettering that were around, or just funny phrases based on how I was feeling in the moment.
But doing that with just water and no snacks felt like there'd be no inspiration at all.
I really couldn't see myself enjoying that, or even making anything that'd be worth the time that it would take to find parking.
But now that New Year's Eve has come and gone, I'm starting to realize it's not that difficult.
I didn't need a champagne toast or even a party to go to at all.
I sat in bed all night watching YouTube until I popped a confetti cannon at midnight, and that was great.
It's pretty interesting experiencing my life through this new lens.
It makes me think of my friend Rondo, who didn't drink but would always be hanging out with the rest of us degenerates.
Losing him in 2020, but having this experience now is making me feel closer to him than ever before. Truthfully, I've thought about quitting drinking before, but I was afraid to do it because of all of the other things that come with it.
The parties, the friends, the art I would make. Hell, my solo art show was titled Whiskey Women Weathered. But overall, it just felt like it kind of defined who I was.
It felt like I couldn't be me without alcohol. So when the doctor told me that I had to quit drinking 6 months ago, I was honestly kind of relieved.
I didn't think 6 months could be this much of a milestone, but I'm really proud of what I've accomplished. No beer, no whiskey, no wine, no champagne, no regrets.
I'm still me, my friends still want to hang out with me, I still go to bingo at my favorite bar, and I'm doing it all without making thirst-fueled mistakes.
If you thought about quitting before but were a little hesitant and unsure for similar reasons as me, take this as your sign to just do it. It's not a big deal.
No one's gonna judge you, and as cliche as it sounds, I promise you're gonna feel better. I still have a great time out with my friends without getting dragged out of bars, getting into fights, smoking cigarettes with questionable strangers, eating garbage food late at night, losing phones in Ubers, and most importantly, racking up huge tabs.
I might not be getting another plate to commemorate my drinking at Flying Saucer, but I actually have a savings now like a real adult. But I'll check back in 6 more months. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. And like always, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.